Think we are live. Let's see how this works out. You guys let me know if we're live. Let me know if you can hear me okay. If you can see the tank okay. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Let you guys come on and work your way on in. Now, for those that are new or you have no idea what you just tuned into, this is the Reef Shack. It's something I started doing years ago when we used to have Google Hangouts where people could come in and show your tank. You know, a lot of people didn't have YouTube channels, or a lot of people, you know, had smaller channels that just wanted their stuff featured. So that's kind of one of the things that sorry, be right back. All right, as I was telling you guys, if you guys are wanting to join the stream, I'm using StreamYard, so the link is in the description. All you have to do is click it. It will let you sign in with your Facebook or your YouTube name. But when you join the stream, it allows you to change your alias, so you don't have to have your government name there. If you want to have your YouTube channel or whatever you want to go by in the stream, make sure you do it there. And I think that should be it. How we doing on sound and video? Everybody, give me a thumbs up. Give me a hell yeah. Give me something if you can hear and see okay. All right. Now I am able to feature some people's comments with this. So also you guys keep in mind, if you're interested in supporting the channel, or you want to make sure that your question is not missed, because you know the chat will get rolling pretty quick. I'll do my best to try to keep up with questions, but you can also take advantage of the super chat option. And all it does is a monetary donation to the channel, and it also puts your question up in bright orange, yellow, or gold, or whatever the case may be, and that will allow me to make sure I don't miss your question. And last but not least, the number one rule for the live streams, as mostly Reefs said, hit the thumbs up on the way in. You guys know my replay rules on my live streams. If you want this to be available for replay, we have to make sure that we hit 100 likes during the course of the stream. I'm not sure how long we're going to go. It's definitely not going to go more than 2 hours. If we can get a solid hour, hour and a half in, we'll go there, and we'll be good to go. So if you guys got questions, comments, concerns, anything else, definitely drop it down below. If you guys want to join the stream, like I said, go to the description, hit the join link, or for your convenience, I put the join link in the chat box there. It should let you hop on in. All right, calling CJ out. What's up, West Coast Reefer? Let me see who's all in the chat. Let me acknowledge some of you guys that are in here. Everybody sliding in. And Ryan Shekels, Benny, Ryan Shackleton, T40, Jay Curry, HB Aquarium, J Mo Tanks, Mr. Largo, Himat, let me see, Bronx, Reefer, Drama D, Skull Reefer. It's all kinds of people in here. Rat Dogs, man, Christopher Hurst, get your stuff from Tampa. I see you, man. Jimmy Zoo, Salt His Life, Tom Reef Man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Everyone sliding in. So, but the main thing is, this is not about me. This is about everyone being able to come in and feature their tanks. So Sherry Reef, Billy D, got our first super pack come in. Beautiful, beautiful. I love the tank. Love what you're doing, my brother. Just started following. Look forward to it. Hey, I appreciate that, man. We got our first $5 super chat of the evening. Hey, especially with how times are right now, any monetary donations is appreciated, man. We're all in the same boat. The Coral Doctor, I see you. How you doing? How we doing on likes? Let me see. Let me see how we're doing on likes right now. We got 33. Now you guys know I'm not the one that always demands likes and all that kind of stuff, but just making sure you guys are aware. We get to 100, I'll leave this up for replay. If we don't get to 100 likes, this stream will be taken down immediately after. So let me let a couple people in. We got a couple people in the studio. We got Ryan Shackleton. We got Gilberto Rose. So I'm gonna let you guys join the stream where we can talk a little bit and hopefully share your tanks. And you guys will be the first guest of the return of the Reef Shack for 2020. So here we go. What's going on, Ryan? I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. Gilberto. Nope, we lost one.
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Welcome to the shack, man. You got your camera working, or you just want to hop in and just chit chat a little bit?
Yeah, I just wanted to hop in. I'm actually working. I just wanted to just figured that this was just sort of like a stream. The way is it that you do it with just sort of talk about your progress with your tank. I really don't know what's going on.
Hey, this is new, man. This is something I used to do, where I allow people to use my channel, my platform, to share their tank and any questions they had. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's the whole point of the shack. It's really not about me. My tank's up there only because no one else got a tank. But once people start joining and sharing their stuff, I'm taking my tank offline. This is all about everyone else. Unless you all have questions about mine or questions about anything in general, we can talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, I look at your tank all the time. Oh, dude, it's nice. I'm just now getting my life together. I just got started my career, and like my big goal is to have a reef tank, a large one. I've asked you questions about it before, and you said that shouldn't be the larger ones and the smaller ones. They're just it shouldn't be your goal to have a large tank, but it's just something that I want to do. You know, I mean, I just love reef tanks, and it's just I want to compete with the one that's out in Israel, the guy who has the largest tank in the world. You know?
Oh yeah. Now that's a little crazy though. That's a big old
Yeah, I
tank.
know. Yeah, yeah,
But
but it's nice. I mean, I have plans for it and everything.
definitely, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Me personally, I would leave mine kind of where it is because I went bigger, and now that I'm smaller, it's such a difference in the money that you have to invest to fill them. That's the thing people get caught up in. I mean, I know bigger tanks a little easier, but we'll yeah, definitely. It's definitely good, man. I'm glad you hopped on. You can hang out with all of us here. We got a few more people joining in. We got West Coast Reefer. We got It's Your Stuff. I don't know if I said that name right.
It can say your stuff.
Okay, I got you. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We got both on here.
I'll
Let me
share my tank.
yeah, I'm gonna let you share yours, man. Everyone gets a chance to shine. Hey, so Gilberto, hang tight. I'm gonna let you guys do your thing. I got the camera on you. What'd you say?
All
It's
right,
Your
so
Stuff. And before we go, let me make sure I acknowledge your super chat really quick. The Coral Doctor. Hey, I want to make sure you know that I appreciate that $10 super chat. Just showing support. JMO Tanks $2 super chat. Showing support. Man, I'm telling you what, you guys are showing out. You're awesome. Go ahead though. Let's go with your tank. What you got? Tell us about it.
yeah, thanks for putting me on. I appreciate it. This is cool. This is it's a 29-gallon seahorse tank. It's the blues are on now. I've got all soft corals, zoanthiids in here. 2 seahorses. I know it's a little blue, but there's one of them right there.
That's awesome.
I
Just floating.
drilled the
Look, just
tank.
floating there.
What?
Yeah, you don't see too many seahorse tanks, man. Look, he's just kind of floating, just hanging out.
Yeah, that's the female. I'll feed them. They're not real quick. I feed them frozen mice because they're captive bred. I know probably should have turned the whites on so you could see things better. But because it's 8 o'clock now, that's when my blues go on. But a couple things. I drilled the tank myself. I used the Aqua in out. I run one AI prime. I have one mangrove in here with some LED grow lights on it. It's doing okay. I think actually the nutrients are too low for it because I'm getting some yellow leaves. And it's on like a metal wire stand. And then underneath, you see here, I built my own sump with a 20-gallon. I'm running a Tunzi skimmer. And then I have 2 little fishies kalkwasser reactor. And auto top off is JBJ, heater controller, Inkbird.
Nice.
One of the other things that I got kind of cool going on is with this tank is you can see how the background's changed. So I'm running the current USA. It's called.
Right, that's dope. I ain't gonna lie, I like it.
So it changes the background. You can change the background color. It's mostly for freshwater, but you can use it for saltwater too. Now, this is where it gets fun. So this isn't the only tank that's connected to this sump. Okay?
Right.
What I did is I wanted to go for everything black and white. So if I can come down here, you see all that plumbing?
Yep, I see it.
See all that plumbing right there?
Oh yeah, elbow. Where the hell's that going?
Uh-huh. So this is my, well, it's not really my room. It's like the back room of our house where we got like all the kids' toys and everything. So this is a day bed. So the plumbing runs all behind this day bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
3
look
lines
at that. You got a whole nother tank.
to a whole nother tank.
Okay.
And this one is a SCA 50-gallon cube. And you can see there's the plumbing underneath. And I built that stand myself.
Nice. Nice.
And then, go ahead.
But so you got them dual plumbed, man. How'd you calculate water volumes and power outages, make sure, you know, all of that was safe? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. I tested it. Also, I also have a what's the kind of valve that shuts off? I can't. It's not a float valve. I can't think of the name. But when the
check valve, you mean check valve? That you mean?
Check valve. Yeah.
Yep.
I have a check valve on there too. But if it were to, everything were, even if that didn't work, the way I have the outputs, they're on the top of the water, so it's not gonna overflow either way.
Gotcha, man. That is awesome, man. Hey, I tell you what, and plus, I like how they both plumbed in together on both sides of the day bed. You can kind of look left, you can look right. You know, it's like two different biotopes, man. That makes me wonder, like, what are you gonna do with the tank on the right? Is that gonna be like a mixed reef or something, or?
Oh yeah, this is the master plan here. Okay, so I'm really deep in this. So this is my seahorse tank. This is where all my soft corals and my zoanthiids are going to go, because seahorses, they don't sting seahorses, right?
Right.
This tank over here, this is going to be all LPS.
Gotcha.
Okay? And I got a Radion XR15 Gen 5 that's going over the top.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. So yeah, you're gonna be good. So that's the only reason I asked is because, you know, they're sharing all the same water, so you're gonna have to make sure, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure the environments are good for the seahorses. Oh damn, we got another tank. Okay, yeah. So never mind. Listen, if someone made a comment, impressive plumbing. You got all kinds of shows. Do you got a channel too with all this, or is that your channel name?
I'm starting to do some YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, so this is like kind of an exclusive. Where are you at? Where else are you, man? If people want to look at your stuff and follow along.
But my name.
Okay.
Your stuff.
There you go. There you go.
So this is my 110-gallon tank, and this has gone through all kinds of reiterations, but it's been set up for a long time, probably 5 or 6 years. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I've taken most of the zoanthiids out, but I'm going to take all the LPS, and they're going to go in that tank, and this is going to be pretty much a dedicated SPS reef.
Nice. And that one's standalone. That's not you don't have any plans on tying that into anything else?
No, because SPS they really need They need good water quality.
Right.
They need high flow.
Right.
And I'm going to need to put a lot of supplements in there. I got to dose that tank. Where the LPS and the softy tank, they can be a little bit more dirty, right?
Sure.
And LPS, because I run my seahorse tank a little bit cooler because they like cooler water. LPS are much more tolerant to cooler water because they're typically found deeper in the reef, so they're fine with a cooler water.
That's all true things.
They like a warmer 78 kind of temp.
That's all true things, man. People in the chat, listen, man. People are loving it. We got 87 people looking at your tank right now, man. 87 people sliding in. Let me make sure I acknowledge that super chat. Vision, Rob's Aquatics, $5 super chat. CJ Rock's Reef Game. Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined, man. No, I'm just playing. But now, seriously, listen, it's what the Reef Shack's about. Just showing your tanks and all that. I'm gonna try to do my best. We got a bunch of people that just joined the room. We got 6 people in here right now, right? So we're gonna give everyone a moment to shine. I'm keeping an eye on the questions in the comments. So do me a favor. If I missed it, make sure you ask your question and put a question mark at the end of it, because there's a lot of banner going back and forth. I don't want to miss anything. And if you want to join the stream, we can have up to 6 people on here at once, and I can have 10 in the studio. So you can still kind of set in the background and wait till I bring you on, and then we can go from there. But one thing I do want to mention, though, going that seahorse tank before we switch over, because I'm gonna give some other guys some time. It would be super cool if I don't know where he went. It'll be super cool if one of those seahorses babies went through the plumbing and ended up in that other tank. I think that would be pretty cool. But I'm gonna unmute the next person that came in, West Coast. There you go.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Yeah, I can hear you now. Everyone else is in. Just keep in mind when you join the stream, if your mic's open, I'm gonna mute you just so it doesn't, mess up the audio for the person that's speaking. So I'll mute myself too. So West Coast, man, everybody should know who you are. If they don't know who you are, I don't know, man. This is the guy I got some of my fire acros from, and he's working on some stuff. So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you got going on, man.
Nah, man, thanks for bringing it back, bro. This is where it all started for me. The Reef Shack. That's where I learned how to reef. You and Rico, just listen to the streams and stuff, and
oh yeah,
getting it going.
I'm about to try to get him back on here too. I'm about to shoot him.
Yeah,
back.
You got to get him back on here, man.
Yep.
But I've been in the hobby about 4 years now. It's my first tank here. You see, it's an SPS dominant tank. Let's see, cruise around. Kind of it's a Red Sea Reefer 525. See the lights with the hybrid T5 and Radions. And this is pretty much it. I mean, this is 4 years of trial and error and growth. I'm not sure if you guys see all that. Is it coming through clear?
Yeah, it's coming through clear, man. I don't know how, at least it is for me. People watching the stream, how's it going? Can you guys see and hear okay? Is it choppy? Do we got too many people in here? If so, I can try to lighten the load a little bit. I don't know how good it's going to work with connections and all that.
Yeah, but this is chopped up some of your fire from.
Oh yeah. You got a whole bunch of babies ready to go out, man. So I mean, how close are you?
All ready to go out.
Man, look like you've been cutting like crazy, man. So
yeah. Shoot, I'm close to getting a new one set up. If this this COVID stuff didn't kick off, I would have already had it up and running.
Yeah.
But because I need help bringing in the system into the house, the tank. So I was having some people to do it, but
it's kind of hard social distancing having 10 people,
yeah,
move it,
yeah,
right?
exactly,
Right. I feel you.
exactly.
I feel you.
So I gotta wait till all this is over with.
So, well,
But
are you still able to send out corals and all of that? For people that don't know, he's actually, selling frag packs and all that kind of stuff too. And I guess you're still doing it now, right? So people can still get fired during the shutdown
yeah,
and all of that.
yeah, I'm still doing it. Yeah, I'm still doing it right now. So if you got any questions, you can always hit me up on Instagram. That's kind of like the best place for me. I know
Okay.
you're always getting on me about making videos.
I know I am. Well, I mean, people got questions, man. People like, man, who's buying all those frags? They see that frag rack full of candy. They like, who the hell's getting them all? So, so you guys reach out to him on Instagram, West Coast Reefer, and holla at him and see if you can get some of that candy
Yeah,
before he runs out.
yeah, but yeah. So the plan for the new system, man, is to pretty much get it up running. These whole colonies will not be going into the tank. Probably half these corals won't be going into the tank. Just trying to put the best of the best that I like, my favorites. And I'm starting off as frag, so there won't be no colonies going in. It'll be all frags. Trying to grow it out from scratch.
Yeah.
And the plan for this tank is to break it down and put it in the garage as a frag system. So
Yeah.
still gonna keep the corals, just gonna break it down to a frag system. That's about it.
Let me ask you this, man. I know you just. It's been a while since anybody's probably seen your tank. What's the biggest thing? What's the biggest top 2 or 3 things you're gonna do between this system and your next system, man? Things you learn, things you're gonna do different. What would they be? Put you on the spot.
Take my time, man. Don't rush. Take my time. The cool thing about I learned, from this setting this one up and getting the other one up, the new one, is that when I, being new in the hobby, I just pretty much was just buying stuff that I didn't even need or didn't even really research type of, certain things, or I went cheap on certain things where I end up spending more money getting it later, getting the right thing. So now it's like this new system has basically been a year in planning. So it's not even something that I just started doing. I take my time planning it out, getting the equipment that I want the first time instead of buying, going cheap and getting something, buying it twice. So just taking my time, man, no rush. And I guess it's easy to say that because I already got a system up,
Right. Right. Something to keep you busy. Something to keep you busy. Keep you on.
Yeah. So but I would say just take the time, man. If you're planning on upgrading or going to another system, and just try to plan it out as much as possible.
Someone had a question for you, man. If you guys got questions for West Coast while he's on, make sure you ask it because we're gonna keep it rolling. Everybody's gonna get their time to shine. So Grady Rory, I don't know if I said that right. He said, "What type of supplements you using?" He was asking what you're using to, I guess, kind of power the tank.
So I use the Red Sea Color program. I use Aqua Power. I dabble a little in the Coral Amino stuff. I dose. What else I dose? I forgot. I think that's about it, really. That's the main stuff. Every now and then I'll put in some Phyto, stuff like that, and also I do strontium also. But that's about it. I mean, and then everything's on a calcium reactor. So
there you go.
Calcium reactor, and as far as filtration, I just have a skimmer, calcium reactor, not filtration, but a skimmer, and a Chaeto reactor. That's it.
Man, there you go.
No bio pellets, none of that stuff.
So you ain't doing no bio pellets. You ain't doing none of that carbodosing or no pox.
Nope.
None of that stuff. Right?
None of that stuff. Yeah.
There y'all go, man. Hopefully y'all see the lessons. I mean, that's his business card. That's his business card. That's what he says. He put on his Instagram his business card. This is it. So you guys see it, man. You guys got any other questions for him? He said, "Can I get an SPS stick pack in West Coast?" Smokey's Reef. Hey, anyone that's coming in, just go holler at him on Instagram. He's a modest guy, man. I'm glad he was able to come on here, at least show us the tank. He be, keep it to himself. So, but Yeah, thanks for showing it, man. We're gonna keep it moving, man, because we're rolling. We probably got 3 or 4 people waiting. We got more people coming in, so I'm gonna leave you in here, and I'm gonna switch on through. So I appreciate you.
All right, no problem, bro.
Okay. All right, we're going on next. My man, Mo.
How you guys doing?
Hey, what is happening, man?
Hey.
Welcome to the shack, man.
I appreciate it. So this is my Red Sea Reefer 170. I actually when I moved from Los Angeles to Washington, I took it down, and so I just started to back up again last September, and I was going real slow, real nice, and then I added my first fish in last week, and I got it from Live Aquaria, and I have ick, and I need advice from you folks. Should I do a UV sterilizer, or do I take these guys out of the tank and go 80 days without fish?
Man, I'll tell you what, everybody in the chat, you guys can chime in on that, and everyone in here can chime in on it as well. But me, I've never been a guy to quarantine. You know, the UV sterilizer, I think in my system has probably been the #1 difference in keeping my guys alive. So if you're gonna end up pulling the fish out and doing quarantine, I would say be prepared to live the quarantine life 100%. You know, fish, squirrels, all that kind of stuff. If you're not gonna do it, and you know you're not gonna do it, or be disciplined enough to do it, then throw a UV on there. I mean, that's kind of what I would say. So
like a UV sterilizer is like $200, and then like I saw like a quarantine tank's like $200. So I was thinking like one or the other.
Well,
I'm just trying to think.
Well, you know, quarantine don't got to be 200 though. You don't have to use. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to use a tank. You can get a tub of whatever, a brute can. You know what I'm saying? Or one of those tubs from Walmart or something. You know what I'm saying? It just has to be something that holds water that you can put cyclomedia in and a filter on. So you can literally set up a quarantine system probably for, I don't know what, you know, $20, something like that. So it's just if you know it's ick and you want to treat it for it, you know what I'm saying? Well, like
the fish are flashing like crazy. I'm pretty sure it's ick. So you know, I've got like a bunch of frags in here. Like I ordered those from WWC thinking those were good, and I got bubble algae and some Aptasia from them. So it's I think quarantining, like no matter where you get it from, even though if it's really reputable places, you're gonna get something coming in. So the other thing I bought about this is just quarantine fun. I bought about you guys probably can't see that, but I bought a bunch of hardware, and I'm gonna do some. I've got a whole bunch of DIY projects that we're gonna do some hard plumbing this week, so that'll be fun. And I've got I'm pretty proud of this actually. I just did this recently, so I've got Chaeto here, and then the overflow from the Chaeto comes. So this is the standard auto top off. So and then it comes down and it does a algae turf scrubber, and this was $30. This light. I just got one of these screens, and it's been pulling some nice hair algae off, and I'm pretty proud of that. So
hey,
that's pretty cool.
That's an awesome idea. Let me give you some feedback from the chat people are giving you, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about it, because I'm interested. Some of the guys like Christopher Hurst saying 9 days without fish is the only way to get rid of ick, and then we got someone else said UV, man, I went UV and haven't had any signs of it. And then someone said something about any corals in there. If not, you know, why not do copper? That one I probably wouldn't do because it's going to stay in your main display. You wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, I've got the whites on, so you can't see the coral, but I've got probably about 20 frags in there right now. So I wouldn't want to do that. No,
definitely not, man. So yeah, it sounds like you kind of 50-50 with it, man. If they look like they're going to survive it, throw a UV. I mean, a UV probably is going to be good for you long term, anyways. I mean, not just for it, just for everything. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say because for UV, what the research is like, you got to go the flow really slow for ick, and if you want to get it for like for algae, then it's like a faster flow. So I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, and plus with you, that's bare bottom, right? And Escape's awesome. A lot of people are liking Escape. I love Escape too, man. You
appreciate it.
You did a lot
Yeah,
of little space. Like, how big is that tank? What is that?
this
What
is
size?
just a Red Sea Reefer 170, so it's only about I think the display is about 35 gallons.
Okay, so like
So
2 feet wide.
I've got some algae problems going on right now. There's definitely some. So I had the phosphates down to 0.4, and then I had a little bit of I had a bacteria bloom. So then I upped the feeding a bit, trying to get stuff going. But like one of the things that I always try to do is get really small rock and then glue it all together. I think one of the problems is that people get these massive pieces of rock and they don't know what to do with them.
Right.
So.
Right, and that's right. I mean, you can do a lot more with the smaller ones, especially. That's kind of what I did with my tank. Use the the Aquaforce Stonefix. I used the Reef Seam mat, and it worked out. But you did a lot with a little space, man. Like the escape, and then underneath, like the scrubber and all that, it's actually growing. It looks like it was doing good. So
yeah,
is that a
so
custom sump, or what did you do? Is that bought, or did that come with the tank?
No, so the sumps, that's the standard Red Sea sump, and all I did was I put just a little pump.
Can you move the camera down there so we can?
Yeah. So all I did was I put a little pump. So the pump's coming up, feeding the water up here, and then the overflow is just going down the side. So it's just a natural overflow, and it's just going straight and pulling a sheet of water all across the front of that. So it's like there's no dripping. And then this is just I made that with just starboard. Just cut it with an X-Acto knife, glued it together, and it was good to go. So it's just like a sheet of this stuff.
Yep, I see
so
it.
It's waterproof, so you can put it in the tank. I think on Amazon I maybe paid like $10 for it. So
is this like your first system, or how long you been doing it?
So this was my first system, but I moved it from Los Angeles. So I've been in Los Angeles. I had a softy tank and pretty much got taken over by anemones. I just had probably about 5 anemones in there. And they just like stung everything, and it just became an anemone tank. But so this one, so I set this up in September.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So you still putting along. You're not even close to the 1 year mark of stability, all that stuff yet. So I got you.
I only put corals in January, so it was just very slow and steady.
Gotcha. So how has kind of being stuck in the house, has that kind of helped you with the tank at all, or? I mean, how's that going with you, man, with the life right now?
I don't think my employer likes the tank because I'm probably spending more time staring at it than doing my actual job. But
I got you. I am too, man. So what's the overall plan, man? You're gonna, what are you doing to maintain it? You doing water changes? Are you gonna add a reactor or a doser, or what are you gonna do to try to keep the tank going?
So my nitrates are almost zero. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to start dosing nitrates and trying to get my because my phosphates are spiking, but my nitrates won't spike. So it's either I've got my skimmer running too clean, and so I need to do something to get my nitrates up so that the algae will grow and take down the phosphates. So something's not working. So I think I've got to start doing some dosing, but. And I also do. I do about 5 gallons of water change a week. Just try to flip it in and out real quick.
Right. So yeah, smaller tank is easier. I get you. I've never done the nitrate dosing personally. I've heard people have success with it. Me, I'll just throw more fish in. You know what I'm saying? I'll just throw and add more bio load. But we got some comments and questions going on, man. Yeah. You guys got any other questions for Mo? You got
I see. I see one that says, "Am I in Washington D.C. or Washington?" I'm in D.C.
Okay, there you go. Any local reefers? Any local reefers close to them? Let's see. Are you on YouTube, or you got any other channels or anything you want to shout yourself out on?
No, I just I saw this on, and I just wanted some feedback on the X, so I thought I'd chime in.
Gotcha.
But if people want to see more things, like some of the projects, as I said before, I'm working on doing a custom manifold right now. If people want a video on that, I'd be happy to do something.
Oh yeah. Well, look, people have nothing else to do right now, so yeah, they want to see it, man. They want to see any and everything, man. So, but I love the exclusives, man. I love the Reef Shack exclusive where people just pop in and normally don't share the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
I appreciate it.
That's what it's for. So I'm gonna keep it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Take it easy, man. Thanks a lot.
Okay, no problem, no problem. All right, we are moving. We are gonna keep it moving, guys. If anyone wants to join the stream, the link is in the description box. I'm gonna drop it again in the chat. If I missed your question or something, I apologize. Ask it again in the chat. Chat's moving fast. It's a lot kind of working the show and reading the chat and all that. So we're bringing in a couple more people. Let's see. Next up, Ari Nahum.
What's up,
Is that
CJ?
right? Is that it? Did I
Yeah,
say it
that's
right?
right.
Hey,
Yeah, what's up, man?
what is up, man?
How's my Wi-Fi? I'm in the basement right now.
You good? You good, baby? Welcome to the shack,
I'm
man.
good. Nice, man. I've been watching your channel for a while, man. I've had your subscription since the 120.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So you
I just
witnessed
picked
all
up
the
this,
pain. You witnessed all the pain.
yeah. I witnessed all the pain. I went through some pain too, honestly. When I first started this, I had a very big ick outbreak. I lost Flame Angel, Yellow Tang, you name it. It wasn't fun. But now, I just got back from school and I just got back into everything and I just started getting into coral.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So how's Tank doing? You gonna flip it around? Can we get a look at what's going on? Okay.
Yeah. There it is.
I
So
see you got. I see
I
you
just
got
have
something drip
LPS and some
acclimating. What you
Zoas.
got? What you got acclimating, man? I see something going on.
Oh, rose bubble tip. No, a rainbow bubble tip anemone. We got some zoanthids and a green cyphastria. I forget what the zoanthids were. They're like orange toxic something. I don't know. They have all these crazy names.
Gotcha. Nice, nice, man. We got a couple questions here. Someone asked the gallons. How
Yeah.
big is that tank?
Oh, it's a 72 bow front, and I got a 20-gallon sump. I can show you what I have under real quick. It's a bit of a mess, but it works for me, man. It's very simple. So I just got a fuse down here and a UV sterilizer. That's all I run. And I have to take this. I run carbon usually, but I have to take it out because I had some ick earlier in the week, and I use this thing called Polyp Lab Medic. I highly recommend it if anyone has a ick outbreak and they have a reef tank. This shit has saved my life so many times. You don't understand.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna flip back to me.
Gotcha. Man, you got 100. You got 113 people watching you right now.
Only 13?
No, 113.
Oh, all right. So flip back to the tank.
Yeah, hey, talk, man. You got it. You got the show right now, man.
And I got this stuff. This Zoa called Rainbow Incinerator. It's pretty hard to see with the blues, but I'm not gonna change the lights because it piss him off. So I have this guy. He has like business in his basement, and he sells all these corals, and they're so much cheaper than the store, and his product is so much better. I'm in the South Jersey area. If anyone's in the SJ area, there's this guy named Rob Romalino. You got to find him on Facebook, man. Only guy I'll ever buy coral from. Not even online.
Awesome. So you're still at this point. You're just kind of loading up on coral and just stocking the tank.
I'm not trying to get any fish anytime soon, and I'm gonna start a copepod population because I want to get some leopard wrasses. They're my dream fish. But here's my other wrasse. I have a pygmy wrasse. It's called a Tinacus wrasse. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't seen one of those before.
It's a really cool fish. It doesn't get too big. So for you Nano people out there, if you guys want a wrasse, I recommend getting this Tinacus wrasse. He's a really cool guy.
Where's he at? I can't see him. Is he?
Oh, he's hiding now. He just popped up. Yeah. There he is. He's right there. See those white stripes? They're also called.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. One of my buddies gave him to me because he wasn't doing well in his tank.
Gotcha. Awesome, man. So what are you doing? What's the plan as far as maintaining this tank and water and all that kind of stuff, chemistry? Like, what are you doing?
Water chemistry. So my calcium's at 420. I try to keep at that because I don't really have any SPS, so I don't really dose that often. And I dose with Purple Tech by what should call it? I forget the brand. I think it's Seachem. And if I ever need to do my alkalinity go up, I use Reef 1 or Reef 2 by Seachem also.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and I haven't done a water change in over a year, I say, because I'm not a firm believer in it. I like to just top off my tank instead.
Gotcha. Okay,
People
so you
might call
just
me crazy, but it's been working for me, man. I haven't had
man,
anything bad happen.
there's plenty of people that go without water changes. You just got to be very disciplined on your testing and what you're putting
Yeah,
into the tank, you know, to make sure you're keeping up with everything. So,
yeah,
hey,
for sure.
if it's working for you, man, that's awesome, man. You got a channel or anything else you want to kind of share with everyone, or you just kind of is
No,
this
I
just
don't
a
have a
Reef Shack
channel.
exclusive?
I just try to enjoy the hobby, man.
Hey,
I don't have time to make videos with school and all that. I
well,
barely have time with this tank, to be honest, because I'm not home. This is my house, so my dad just takes care of it when I'm away.
that's awesome too, man. Hey, well, you know what? That's what I love. That's what the Shack's for. You can hop in at least if you haven't had a chance to talk with anyone else about your tank, you can hop on here and talk to 126 people about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. We're gonna keep it going. You got anything else you want to say to the people about your tank before we go? We'll keep it going on down the list. I think we may have lost my audio. So we're gonna keep moving to the next one. Before we do, let me make sure I take a second and acknowledge some of these super chats that came through because I did not say anything. I don't want to interrupt who was speaking. Monique Hayward, I appreciate that on super chat. We got Vision Rob's Reef, Vision Rob Aquatics. We got a $10 for pizza. I like pizza. Kids like pizza. We're gonna definitely enjoy that. And then I believe we had another super chat from Vision Rob's, another one. CJ Starbucks on me. So listen, we got pizza and Starbucks. So I appreciate all the love. If you guys got questions, if I'm missing questions, ask them again. We're gonna keep on rolling through. I mean, we got 2, 3, 4 of the people just waiting in the background to share their tanks. We're gonna keep it moving rapid fire, baby. We are on to Himat Dilton. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yeah. Close enough. Him and Dylan. Yeah.
We doing
All right.
good, man. Go ahead. Tell us, you know, if you got a chat on anything, say it. If not, you know, maybe how long you been in the hobby. Tell us about your tank, you know, specs, what you got, everything. Just lay it on us, baby.
Yeah. I got a channel. It's called Him and Dylan. I post about these tanks. So yeah, I got 2 tanks. One's a BioCube 32, and then this 120 right here. Yeah, and like a lot of other people that have been on I've just been sharing their tanks. Got a ick problem right here. So right when I started this tank, I kind of cycled it with damsels, and then I got an ick outbreak. But I didn't know for a while. Like I had probably 5 wrasse, all went missing. I just assumed maybe jumped. I would, they'd vanish. So, I waited about a month. None of them came back, and then my tank started dying, and then I realized it was like an ick problem. So I have to go fishless. But I've been stocking on a lot of SPS and a lot of other just corals in the meantime while I can't, have fish.
Right.
Yeah.
Give you something to do. You can still keep adding and keep looking at the tank, making it enjoyable. So are you gonna wait, I guess, the recommended 6 weeks or 8 weeks or however long before you start adding fish, or what's your plan?
Yeah. It's been 4.5 weeks already. So I'm pretty close to being able to add fish. I'm thinking probably I'm gonna wait another 3 weeks just in case. And I'm gonna start quarantining because I didn't quarantine before because I never had an ick problem. But right when I started this tank, it wiped out everything. 5 fish survived, which is making me think it wasn't velvet, but a lot of fish died. So definitely gonna quarantine now.
Man, yeah, I tell you what, that's I hate hearing that because I've gotten extremely lucky, at least with my last tank with this one. And I've never been hit with like velvet. It's only been ick or something else that's taking out my fish. I hate hearing that, man. But if you're gonna do a quarantine, like what's your plan for quarantining? Have you already started working on that, or is that something?
Yeah. I right over here. I set up just a 29-gallon. I'm gonna be filling that up shortly. I was gonna fill it up today actually, but it's probably gonna end up being tomorrow. But
Okay.
yeah, it's just a 29-gallon.
I got you. Are those so the 120 and the 29? Which one came first? Like, did you have the little one first, then you upgrade it?
Yeah. This came first. I actually bought this off of like somebody off of Facebook. It already had like rocks and stuff, but no corals, and just like the stock light. And over the course of probably, I think it's been 8 months already. Just upgraded. Like I trimmed the black trim on here, that plastic trim that I had. I took that off. Added AI Prime. Just everything basically got upgraded. The only thing that's the same is the rock. I kept the rock because I tried moving it once and immediate ammonia spike. So
yeah,
I had
you be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just kept it like this, but it turned into a NEM tank. I had one, now there's 4.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah, so they've taken over that, but I have this frag rack and just some Euphilia and stuff.
So are you going to keep them both separate? Or are you ever going to just combine and put all that stuff in the 120 and you just have one tank? Or is your plan to always have 2?
My plans right now is always to have 2, but a lot of the stuff on the frag racks is going to go into the 120. The thing is, I probably got the worst combo ever. I got ick, so I can't have fish, and then I got Monty eating nudibranch. So now, now I can't,
You don't want to cross contaminate.
anything.
Yeah, it's like two infected tanks, man. But hey, but it looks good though. I gotta tell you, that's the good thing. Aquascape looks nice. Even the little tank looks good. The NIMS and everything else. So awesome. Someone asked Russell has a question for you. What do you feed your NIMS? If anyone has questions for him, ask it. Ask it while he's on.
What do I feed my NEMs? So
yeah,
I feed this tank Reef Frenzy and just pellet food. And whenever I feed Reef Frenzy, probably twice a week, I'll feed the NEMs with some of the Reef Frenzy. But I used to not feed, and they still split, but it would just be after a couple months. But once they took over the rock, right now I'm just trying to make them split now, so I can sell more, just get that money back. But so now I'm feeding twice a week, which is helping them split a lot more. I probably had 2 of them split in the past month. So yeah, I think that's helping a lot.
Okay, I got you. All right, and another question: do you run the skimmer with no waste product from the fish? So I guess you're talking on the 120. Are you still running your skimmer?
Yeah. So here's my sump. It's just an emerald trigger sump. I have a really small skimmer for this size. It's just a Curve 5. But I run it every day, and because I am still ghost feeding just to keep all that bacteria still alive. So I'll feed the same amount, just a little bit of food every day, just to make sure I don't lose all that bacteria that I had built up before. So I do keep the skimmer running just in case. And this is probably 3 weeks worth of skim mate, and I run it pretty dry. But
okay,
yeah.
So it's still rolling. Well, I tell you what, it's one of those situations, man. You're gonna look back on next year. You're gonna be like, man, that was crazy, but everything's fine now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just keep on sticking it out. It ain't like we have much else to do at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't drive either because I'm not old enough yet. So that makes it a struggle too, because I gotta, like, whenever I'm talking to somebody about buying something, I gotta have them come here. So
Awesome stuff,
yeah,
man. Well, I tell you what, man, we got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 other people still hanging out, waiting in the room. So, you got any last things you wanna kind of share with anyone before we keep moving?
Not really. I mean, that's about it.
Okay.
I got a YouTube channel, and that's it.
There you go. Hey, make sure you guys go subscribe, go check him out if you want updates on his channel, and come back, check in, man. Like I said, the Shack, we're going to be here doing this every Sunday now, I think, for the immediate future, every Sunday at 8. So if you want to come in, check in, give an update, whatever, make sure you come back and check us out.
All right. Thanks, CJ.
No problem. All right, we moving on. Next one. All right, Fish Clan, you've been hanging out for a while. Make sure.
Hey,
my man, what's happening?
No, not much. Showing off the frag tank. Built this a little while ago. It's running AI primes and a T5 hybrid. Let's see, what is this? Restore coral aminos, the LPS aminos from KZ, and then the KZ Coral Vitalizer, I think that is. And in terms of the people with ick, Saki Hikari, I don't know if it actually works for that, but my fish have never looked better since I started this food. So you might want to give it a shot.
Noticeable difference. Okay. I like hearing stuff like that. People don't think about food.
This is what do you call it? Innovative Marine 30 Long EXT. So it's got the sump on it. I'm running a Essence Reef Octopus Essence 130, and then I got a calcium reactor down there, and then just live rock in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that.
Pretty sure. What kind of fish? What kind of fish you got in there? You got a big bio load, or are you just kind of hand dosing your nutrients and all that kind of stuff?
It's pretty small. I got a lawnmower blenny, a 6-line wrasse, and a yellow tang somewhere around here. I did have dinos about 3 weeks ago, and I literally removed everything from the tank, toothbrushed it all, scrubbed the walls, and sucked all of it out, and then dosed nitrates to get them up. I had to dose over the course of a couple months. I think it was like 50 parts per million before I was able to get a reading. So I just have so many corals in here. That's
exactly why I asked, because the colors are so vibrant, and I didn't see a lot of fish, so I know you don't have a lot of bio loads. So I was like, how the hell is he got his nutrients high enough to handle those corals? So
yeah, I'm dosing about 1.5 parts per million of nitrates a day.
Wow. Okay.
And thus far, everything's looking great. Got a few new pieces, some Wilsonii, a big one.
Had a question for you. Someone asked some calcium reactor. What brand calcium reactor? Someone was asking.
So it's a Reef Octopus. I think it's a CR1000. It was Tristan's old one. I got a deal on down at the Raleigh show last year. And it's awesome. It took me about 2 weeks to dial it in, and the last 7 days in a row, I've been at 8.6. And I don't really test my calcium. I just do alk and mag periodically, although I've got a couple monocaps in here, and if they start fading in color, I know my mag's getting low, and I just dose it back up.
Right. So at this point, you kind of know your coral so much to where you can look at the tank and know if something's off.
I've got GFO running right now because the phosphates were a little bit high. I think it was at like 0.6. So I pulled that down over the last few days to I think I'm at 0.08 right now. So that'll probably come off tomorrow.
Okay, there we go. Well, man, I tell you what, hey, if you guys got questions, ask them now. Anytime you see someone with a frag tank like that, they figured something out. So it's a good time for you guys to ask questions. Yeah, because you got everything in there. I mean, you got Euphila, you got LPS, you got SPS, and somehow you keep them all happy in the same tank, man, which is crazy.
So in terms of that, I feed the corals 4 to 5 days a week. And I feed the fish twice a day. I was doing 4 times a day, but now that I've done the dosing of nitrates, it works a lot better to reduce the feeding. 'Cause I'm just getting a phosphate spike from feeding that much. I did get a cool one the other day. It is a blue and yellow tip Indo frog spawn, which I had never seen before.
Man, it's crazy. And it's hard to see. It's hard to get any. I mean, say the endo ban is gone, or I don't know if it is or not. Are you able to find any of those corals now? Or are those frogs possible to get still?
So for anyone in the DC metro area, out in Front Royal, which is all the way west on 66, there's a basement guy, the Coral Dragon, and if I can request stuff from him and be like, hey, I'm looking for this. If you find it, send me a picture, and I'll let you know, go, no go. So that's how I get a lot of my less common stuff.
Mhm.
And then a lot of them I've just, that rainbow pectinia, which is getting pretty huge now. It's probably 3 inches by 2.5 inches. That one I've just had for, I don't know, 3 years. Most of those acans in the back I've had for a while. I did just get into Gawney, so I've got a few of those.
Like
And
you get them stuck to the wall. Are those magnets? Or are they just kind of suction cupped or something? How are they?
yeah, they're the
got magnets. That's cool.
they're the Ocean Wonders, I think it is. Magnetic frag plugs. It's like
You're
6 for
using
12
every
bucks or something.
You're using every inch of your frag tank, including the sidewalls. That's awesome. Someone had a question for you. How did you start the frag tank? Is it funded to a bigger system? That's a great question. Starship Reefing.
So what was the first? How did I start it?
Yeah. How did you start it, and is it funded to a bigger system?
No. So it is completely standalone. For a couple reasons. One, it is my test and coral quarantine, and I had a few aptation here, and I just cut out the plugs that had them. I did get a great deal on a Griffin saw about a year or two ago, and that makes everything a million times easier with fragging. But yeah, I just run this alone. My 150 is not up and running yet. I have the tank and I had the overflow box, but the overflow box was either the overflow box was drilled improper or created wrong, or the tank was drilled improperly. But it's off. The bulkheads are off by like 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, so it doesn't fit. So I got to order another one. So I've just been stocking like crazy to try and fill that tank when it gets here. And also, for anyone in the DC area, Richmond Reefers forums and the WAMAS Club forums, I've gotten some fantastic deals. That Walt Disney right there was $40. I got a, I don't know, $20 strawberry shortcake and some other stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, I think people are asking, what are you doing? What's the plan? Are you gonna sell these, or are you growing these out for a tank? Like, do you have a main system these are going into, or what's the plan?
Yeah, let me. Well, that tank went away.
He's holding out. Is he holding out? He's holding out on us, y'all. Y'all see what I'm talking about?
There's the 150. It's a 5 foot by 28 by 21 inch. That will be going over here once I get the new box in place, the new overflow box, and then I'll probably run that for a couple months. But I had a crash, much like Rico's, late last summer, and I set up that frag tank instantly. I literally put new salt in it and moved corals over the next day because they were dying. Pretty much everything I moved over, I was able to save.
So you had an issue with the salt thing. Okay, I got you.
But this was my original tank forever ago, and I pulled everything out of that, and it's become a frag tank 2, which is supposed to go away because I need my desk back. I've got a few new pieces coming in here too.
Let me see. Let me ask you another one here. Someone asked if you had an Instagram or how can I get a hold of you. Someone also asked, are you dosing bacteria? People got a lot of questions for you. Let's knock out these questions, and then we're gonna keep rolling. We got like 5 people, man. Hey, we got a bunch of people back waiting. This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Sure, thank you. So, Wet Aquaria, all one word, is my Instagram. I post there occasionally, or if people want to ping me. And what was the other question?
Someone asked if he's dosing bacteria at all, I guess.
So I did recently get, let me walk over to the other room again, some bacteria balls that I'm trying, just because I had the dino issue. It is Fauna Marin Bacter balls. I don't know if it really does anything, but I was just trying to get rid of the dinos. So that was one proposed method. In terms of, in general, though, I've been reefing for like 5 years or so, and I generally don't dose bacteria except to start a tank. And for that, I've used the Fritz Turbo Start or Dr. Tim's or any number of stuff. Although now that I've had multiple tanks and multiple iterations, I just keep spare rock around in my sump or in the back of the all-in-one. And if I need to set up a tank, I move a few pieces of that over, and it pretty much insta-cycles the tank.
Awesome.
If you've got that available, it's the best thing you can do. Freshwater, saltwater, or whatever.
Awesome, man. Hopefully that answered everyone's question, man. You got, like I said, 136 people watching. Everyone, I got a bunch of thumbs up when your tank came on, so I appreciate you coming on, showing the candy, man. We got I will ask. I got 1, 2, 3. I can only have 6 people on here at the same time. After we roll through, if everyone can kind of go back and watch the stream, and then I can bring other people on, and then once we have more room, come back on and check it out. Fish Clan, you got any other last things you want to share with anyone before we move on to the next guest?
Oh, that's Lashkin, actually. No, I'm good. Y'all have a good evening, and looking forward to seeing the rest of the tanks.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man. All right. We are moving. Austin Gray. You heard, my man. You waited long enough, man. We got people in the background.
Thank you. I won't take too much of y'all's time.
Oh no, you're fine.
But yeah, this one might look a little familiar to you. This one was inspired completely by you and Eat Sleep Reef's 45 JBJ.
Mm-hmm.
So even the scape, I kind of tried to mimic y'all a little bit, but I didn't want to. But got basically the same setup in the back. The reactor, got some Foscard in it, Tunzi skimmer, the smart auto top off, Eheim heater, all that. But yeah.
Awesome, man. Hey, it looks good. It kind of takes me down memory lane a little bit.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, both of y'all, you and Eat Sleep Reach, man, they were just amazing. I was loving those videos.
Awesome, man. Tell us how long has it been running, man? Actually, I love that torch on the right. That looks good too.
Thank you. It's actually 2 different ones. I just got them close together so they kind of go into each other. But it's been running. It's actually only been running for about 3.5 months. But I transferred everything from a 20-gallon I had all the rock in here, and then I got some more live rock, and everything was transferred to here with new water, new sand, and some turbo start. And I added mollies just like y'all to start with, and then probably about 3 weeks later, maybe 3.5 weeks, I added my fish from my other tank and started slowly adding some of the LPS and softies and that. And I just recently started into some SPS. I actually won them on a Facebook group that I'm in, but won about 9 pieces, I think it was. So that was on a raffle. So
awesome.
They're doing pretty good. Those 2 right there are doing real good. The I think that one's a Garf Bonsai, and then the Poslapore right there. And these are starting to get some color in them, but some of them are still like the brown tannish color.
Okay.
But none of them's dying yet, so
that's always a good sign. Someone asked you what light you had. Do you have the Ocean Revives on there? Yep.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Yeah.
I ain't seen
but
them.
I had this on my previous tank. Yeah.
Man, they're still awesome lights, though. I don't know if they even still make those anymore, man. But
I don't know. I love it though. I love it. But I'd like to upgrade eventually to 2 AI primes above there, because I just keep seeing these tanks with popping colors, and I always ask what light are you using, and they always say AI. Man, I just love the color they give off.
Oh yeah. I mean, what's your biggest challenge on the JBJ, man? On the all-in-one? Because I haven't had my 45 in so long. It's like crazy looking at it. I remember the back chamber always being a pain in the ass to clean because how it kind of it's like boxed in, like the weir has an
Yeah.
area. Like, what are you doing about that back there? Or has that something been?
Well, I haven't even cleaned it since it's been up running. I need to, but I actually haven't even messed with it too much back there. But I have some in this. I'll show you in this chamber back here. I put some Cheeto in there, and it's starting the light that I keep on.
Okay.
It's starting to grow algae back there, so I need to get in there and clean all that out.
Is that a clip-on or is that submersible? What is that? Like one of those clip-on lights from the back, like magnet?
Yeah, it's a magnet.
Okay, I got you.
The magnet goes inside it, and the light's on the back.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a good idea for an all-in-one. People with all-in-ones, that's how you can make perfusion. I may actually steal that idea for my.
And I added a bottle of pods when it first started, and I actually have a mandarin in here somewhere. Let's see if I can find them. But and they're just everywhere now. They're like they stay populated. So he's nice and fat. If I see him, I'll show you. But yeah,
awesome, man. Hey, that's beautiful. I love seeing it. I like seeing people with the all-in-one tanks, man, because they bring their own set of challenges, and it looks like you are well on your way. Do you have a channel or anything? Anyone can check this out, or is this just a live? It's just a Reef Shack exclusive. Just.
Yeah, I wish I would have made videos from them from the beginning, but I didn't do it. I guess I was too excited about it to take time to do it. But no, I don't have no channel or nothing. Just
beautiful. Hey, that's fine. That's fine with me. At least now they know if they want to see it, they got to come see it here.
Yeah, there you go.
So check back in. Give us some updates, man. You got any last things what you want to say before we go on to the next guest?
No, just want to tell you to keep doing what you're doing, man. Love the videos and a lot of help, and helps me out with more than you know.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Sometimes I need that bit of encouragement because you get so much bad news. You're like, damn, am I helping people? But actually, I still am. So I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming into the show.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, we moving on.
All right, take it.
All right, we finally we are moving on to Rod's Reef, and before we do, I want to make sure I acknowledge a couple things. First of all, shout out to the 143 people watching. Wow, I mean, this is the first time that Reef Shack's been on in a long time. 143 people, and the good news is we got 116 likes. So you guys know what that means. This video will stay up for replay. We got to get at least 100 likes before I leave anything up for replay. It lets me know it was worthy to even watch again. So this is definitely going to be up, and I think we're going to cap this off after Rod, and then we got Amy in the studio as well. So after they go, I think we're gonna call it a good first episode of the Shack, man. So Rod's Reef, you got the show, baby. I don't know if you can hear me. Still there?
Hi, sorry. Yeah, I just was talking to my son who just came home.
Hang on a second, Amy. I was we're gonna get you next right after Rod. All right. So you two are gonna be the last ones.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. I don't know if Rod can hear me or not. I can't hear you. I don't know if your mic's muted. I don't know what's going on. Rod, you may have to go out and come back in. I don't know what's going on. Maybe your something's disabled on your phone or something like that. All right, we'll come back. I'm gonna go to Amy for a second. All right, Amy.
Hello. This is very exciting. I've never done this before.
Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Reef Shack.
Well,
I love first time.
Glad to be here. And I'm pretty new with reefing too, so I thought I'd see if I get some input from people. I just, within the last week, switched from this little itty bitty mess of a 10-gallon to a 40-gallon all-in-one Nano. I'm not Nano, but IM Fusion. And as you can see, I still have some yucky frag racks in there that I haven't figured out where to put everybody. But I did have on my 10-gallon this 18-gallon sump, and I'm just trying to decide whether to go ahead and if it's worth hooking up to my 40-gallon or not.
Let me take a look.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
All right, I'm trying to look here. I had someone chatting, and I missed that last part. So one more time, you say you're trying to see if you're going to connect that to your sump. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
So I had it hooked up to this little guy. I have this sump down here that's got a felt roller, and it's got I don't know, it's got some keto and some lettuce and a bunch of other heater and everything, and a nice light and everything. But it was a little bit of a pain because I'm not plumbed for the overflow, and so I had a pump that would pump the water from the main tank into the sump and another pump to pump it back.
Ooh,
And a couple times they got out of
dangerous.
sync and
Yeah,
overflowed.
that
Overflowed.
sounded dangerous already when you was telling
Yeah,
me.
not
Okay.
good for those wood floors.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So I'm trying to decide if it's worth doing that again, and if it is, should I have a different system for getting the water from the main tank down to the sump? If anybody has ideas.
Man, I tell you what, the only you can try to do one of the siphon drains, the like hang on overflow boxes. Um,
So back in the all-in-one, back over in
yeah,
the tank back there.
yeah, you can try that. At least that'll be safer than having two pumps trying to sink them. But you'll have the risk of that siphon breaking and maybe
Yeah.
on it. But I think that sump is so small down below. I don't think you have enough water down there to overflow your
That's what
tank.
I was wondering too.
Yeah, I don't think it would overflow it. I think your return section will probably go dry first. So I think
Yeah. Okay.
so.
Yeah, that's where I got lucky. My I do have an auto top off too that's pretty small, and luckily it didn't
Right,
overflow everything even more.
right.
I just put these funny 3D printed frag holders in there today, just experimenting with those. I printed up on my 3D printer.
You got so many things going on here. I don't know where to start. I really don't. I don't know what I want to know first because what is that in the middle? Is that like that? What is that thing in the middle there?
Right there,
Yeah.
that is just a temporary frag rack
Okay.
that's sitting on a rock because it was designed for the smaller tank, and so hanging in this tank it was too high.
Oh, so
So
that's how so you cut the egg crate in a way to where it can hang.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I got it.
and it just hangs over the edge. But for now, until I figure out, since they're just been in here, less than a week, I'm still trying to figure out where I want to put them. So they're kind of sitting on that rack for now.
Yep. We got some feedback from the chat. Everyone loves the tank, Amy. Everyone loves what's going on. Let me acknowledge your super chat really quick as well. Chris Fishroom, I see you in the studio. I'm gonna get you on here. Rod's Reef, I see you're back. We're gonna elect you the last one. I appreciate that $25 super chat. It goes a long way, man, supporting the channel and helping me get stuff. So I thank you. We had a suggestion for you, Amy. Someone said
Great,
just
because I
use
can't see the
all-in-one.
chat. So go ahead.
They said, why not just use the all-in-one? Why do you want to add the sump? Why not?
Well, that was the thing, is I was thinking now with a bigger all-in-one, I probably wouldn't need to use the sump, but since I had all that good equipment in there, it just seemed like a shame to go to waste.
Oh,
But I could put them on Craigslist or something.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't get rid of them. Put them in storage for the next
Yeah,
time.
that's true. That's a good point.
You're gonna have something happen to where you got. That's the number one thing I'm glad I did was keep my equipment. When I broke down my big tank, I kept it, and it came handy. So, I mean, honestly,
Yeah, exactly.
if you could get away with not using it, personally, I wouldn't plumb it in.
Yeah, more trouble than it might be worth.
Yes, ma'am. So, what is the goal? What is the goal for this tank? What is the plan? What's the master plan? The end
My
game.
master plan is to get it organized, get all my frags put around so they can start growing in. I love color, so anything with color draws me. I definitely overdid it at a live sale a couple months ago. That's where a lot of these came from, but they seem to be doing pretty well. So I got to find them a nice permanent location somewhere.
Someone asked about the back compartment. They want to see what you got back there. Like, what is in the back?
All right, I see if I can reach it. Let me have a chair right here. So
is the phone waterproof? Let's make sure of that.
It's sort of.
Okay.
Let's see. So in the back, I don't have much yet. Okay, yeah, I don't really have much to show you yet.
Okay, I got you. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've got a filter sock on one side, and I've got a filter rack on the other with some floss and some carbon. I've got I do run the Zeovit system. So for now I have a bag of the Zeovit, but I have a reactor I'm going to be transferring over What else do I have? A heater.
Okay. So
Yeah, auto top off.
now I understand why you wanted to use the stuff in the sump, because that's the stuff you want in this tank. I got it. Because you don't have it running right now. So okay.
I have some of it, but not all of it.
Right. I got you. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like, but you know what? That's how tanks start. This is how they start. It's like organized chaos. You know where everything is. The master plan's in your head. It's just not there yet because they got some work.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't even ask about, cord management.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I have a Senai also, a Senai monitor. So
Awesome.
that's kind of fun.
Okay.
That's kind of fun.
Yep.
I'm a little bit of a techie.
Hey, I can see that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys have any other questions for Amy while she's here? Do you got a page or anything you share this stuff on, Amy?
No, I'm kind of new to all this. I haven't even thought about doing that. I just started putting a tank build on Reef to Reef.
Okay.
So I just put that up there. Haven't got any comments yet.
That's okay. Hey, they will come, and in worst case scenario, you can always come back to the Reef Shack, and we can always talk, and at least you can talk with someone that likes tanks too.
Great.
You got
And I love listening to
people
you.
watching.
I have a really funny little quick comment, little story. I don't know if you can see him back in that back right corner, but there's a little neon blue goby that had disappeared weeks ago. And when I was cleaning out my 10-gallon all-in-one, I found him in the back. And he survived, and he's doing great.
How long was he back?
Well, weeks.
Oh, God. Amazing.
I thought he jumped. I thought he had jumped out, and he's so little, you'd never see him again. But yeah, no, he's back. Found him back there.
Amazing. Well, I tell you what, these fish life will find a way. I mean,
exactly what I was thinking.
That is crazy. Well, I tell you what, thanks for the quick story, and make sure you come back and join us. Yes, ma'am.
I will. All right. You have a good night.
You too. All right. Bye-bye. All right, Rod, you back?
I'm back, buddy. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened earlier.
I don't know what happened, but you're here. Welcome to the stream. For people that don't know, Rod Reef is one of the local reefers here with me in Louisville, and he has provided me with a few things for the JBJ, so it's appreciated. And I've been trying to get him to come, share his tank, and he's finally here, man. So go ahead, tell us what you got, man. Give us a quick walkthrough. I did his tank on one of my episodes of the JBJ. I did a walkthrough tour, so maybe he can fill us in on what's changed.
Yeah, I've changed a few things since you were here however many months ago. I redid the center rock work. I'm not sure if you remember, I had like a big kind of tower just went straight up in the middle before, and I tore all that out a few months ago and put in this big arch because my goal is to get into more of the SPS stuff, which is what I've been doing the last few months, and just gave me a lot more space to get everything in there because I had everything was growing into each other. It was all crammed in one spot. So anyway, the tank is 7 feet long. It's a 265, 2 feet deep, and 30 inches tall. I'm not sure if that comes through on the feet.
Man, you might have to take like 2 steps back or something to get the
yeah, I'm gonna step back here. It's a bit of a beast. Tank's been running total for about 4 years, and just got into SPS maybe about a year ago. Was mostly doing LPS, softies, gonnies, stuff like that for the first few years, and then gained my confidence like everybody else, and attempted to get into the quote unquote more difficult stuff. So that's where I'm at.
Awesome. People talking about the core line. You let them know about the core line whenever I guess you was doing that stuff. You had to drain the tank down.
So you'll see at the top third or 25% where it died off because when I redid the rock work, I had to lower down the water for, gosh, I don't know. I mean, when I redid that rock work, it took hours. So I had to lower the water line down for 3-4 hours while I took all the rock out. And so the top part just died off. It's already slowly starting to come back. You can see right there where it's coming back in. But some of the highlights, I guess, I've got my Dragon Soul torch here, which I know CJ's always been a big fan of.
Awesome. It's even bigger.
I bought that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bought that 3 years ago when there was no Indo ban, right? Was 2 heads. 2 heads now it's about 15. So I'm not sure. Maybe from the side you can get a
Yeah,
idea
everything
of,
doesn't look as big as it really is because the tank's so big. That's the
no,
thing. You need
no.
like
So like this
perspective.
space, yeah, this Space Invader chalice is about 10 inches across.
Okay, so
That's
it
how
gives
big
people
that one is.
perspective. Man, craziness, craziness.
And then this is recent, CJ. I just did this. I took all my A cans, took a little rock, and I glued them onto the rock to try to kind of space them out, make them look more natural. And so I just did that a couple weeks ago. That's about the most recent thing that I've done to the tank. And then I just added this guy. I think I told you about him.
Yeah, how's
Just
that
added
for
this
the pipe
dragon
fish?
face. So far, so good. I just put him in. I've had him for a few weeks now, and knock on wood, so pods nonstop.
We're breaking up a little bit
What
here.
else I
Hey,
got? I got some.
how's the stream, guys? Can you guys still see everything okay? It looks a little choppy for me. I don't know if you're moving too fast or something or not.
Okay.
Maybe it's me. It could just be me. But go ahead,
Okay.
keep rolling. We keep rolling.
Some of my other favorite pieces. I'm really big into the Ghanies. It's one of my favorite corals. So I got a pink one here I've had for forever. A bright green one there. And then this one's a little bit more unusual. I'm not sure if it comes through in the video, but it's kind of purple with yellow tips and has yellow centers. You can't really see the yellow centers because it's blowing so much. Yeah, something more unusual. Space Invader.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a real pop. I grew that out from a nub.
See, that's crazy. So you have Space Invader Pactinia and Space Invader Chalice.
Correct.
What's the difference between them that you noticed? Is anything majorly different color-wise?
Color-wise, they're very similar. Green and neon green and neon yellow, but they grow in a completely different fashion. So you see how that one grows with just kind of a crazy shape, right? All kinds of directions. I'll get you on the other side there. Whereas the Space Invader Chalice really just grows like a big pancake.
Right.
Right? It just keeps growing, spreading out. But color-wise, they're both neon green and neon yellow. This other chalice in the middle here is very similar. I think I may have given you a piece of this. If I haven't, I will. This is an Avatar chalice. Similar to that, except it has orange eyes instead of the yellow. And I got your favorite Globo.
Yep, I gotta get another Globo, man.
gotta get another Globo. I got a few Blastomooses back there, a few Scullies in the back corner. What else?
Stuff everywhere,
this
man.
This war coral I've had forever. This two-tone, which is one of my favorites also. And then I don't know, just the SPS is probably my newest thing that I'm getting into. It's been a new challenge for me, right?
Yep. Someone had a question.
So far, so good.
Someone had a question for you. How's the pipefish do in the high flow? Someone was asking.
I haven't had any issues. He seems to handle the flow fine. My biggest thing with those guys, make sure your tank is established. I mean, this tank's been up and running for like 5 years. And make sure you have lots of pods. I have yet to see him eat any prepared food. So my assumption is at nighttime he's going after the pods. So as long as your tank's not brand new and you got plenty of pods, I'd go for it. Really, just a really cool, unusual, different looking fish.
Awesome.
So
I like it, man. That's pretty cool, man. Who's your your biggest offender or your biggest regret as far as the ones you got in the tank? Did you ever get that dude out, or is he still?
No, you know the answer to that. So I've had CJ and I have met each other in person several times.
Yeah.
So this guy right here, if I could shoot that fish, I would. Beautiful fish. Oh, he just went behind the rocks back there. But he picks at every LPS coral I have in the tank. Brain corals, A-cans, anything that's kind of puffy and fleshy. He won't kill it. He'll just swim by it and just take a little peck. He'll just take a little peck, and then he'll toss it to close up.
I'll tell you what. After all the lockdowns done, I may have to bring out my undefeated fish catching skills and put them to the test in that
Yeah.
7-foot tank to see if I can catch that guy.
Yeah, that's no. I tried to catch it when I redid the rock work because I had half the rock work out of the tank,
Right.
and spent a half hour. I had a buddy over here, the two of us. We had lots of nets, and he was just too smart.
Yeah.
Too smart.
We got another comment. Someone said I'm a fan of the mushroom column. Oh, we lost him. We lost him. I hate that. All right. I'm not sure what happened. I think Rod's phone must have went dead. So we're gonna go ahead and bring in. Wait a minute. I think he's back. Is he back? He must be back. Hang on a second, Chris. I'll get you in a second, Doc. All right. Rod, you back?
Yep. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you were there and then you were gone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You were asking a question about mushrooms and then
Yeah. Someone said something about being a fan of the mushroom rock, inappropriate reefer. So he said he liked the mushroom.
Oh yeah,
column.
the big. Yeah, that started off as just 3 or 4 mushrooms, and then over the years, just slowly just kept reproducing and taking over that rock. Yeah, it's a pretty one. The other thing I'm a big Recordia guy, and this has been something that I 18 months. I just like a rainbow, love it.
Yeah. I love how it looks like a carpet, man. Recordia mushrooms. How do you get them to set still? Why are they not blowing all over your tank and moving around and all that?
The biggest key is to try to find a spot in your tank that's a little bit of a dead spot. They don't need a lot of light, so I keep them down low in the left-hand corner. Don't get me wrong. I mean, look here. There's one there that blew out of there. I mean, they do blow every once in a while, but most of the time they stay pretty in the same spot. But yeah, it happens sometimes. But yeah, that's probably a big challenge because I do have a lot of flow in the tank.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. But yeah.
Definitely water whipping. We got a question for you, but before they answer this question, I want to get a look at that NEM one more time in the back. That anemone you got back there. Yeah. That sucker's nice, man. That is super.
Well, I got another one for you. We'll talk later off when you're done. I got it split recently, so if you want another one, I'll take care of you.
Yes, sir. We definitely will. I love it. Look at that little guy back there swimming in there. We had a question for you. Maxwell Bruh says, "What's Rod's filtration on this?" They want to see the filtration, man. You got 146 people.
They want to see the filtration. I will go back there. I'm not sure if my signal will hold up, but I'll give it a shot. How's that?
Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see how we do. All right.
So everything is behind the tank. Everything's behind the tank. There's nothing underneath the tank. It's completely empty. So I've got a big Rubbermaid tub for the sump, and for those of you that didn't see CJ's, I mean, I'm not a big high tech, no Apex for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to keep things real simple. Got the protein skimmer, heater, filter shock, and then my refugium. I kind of use a half refugium on the right, and on the left is kind of like my hospital tank, right? If I got something and back there split recently, I throw in there. So I kind of keep the left-hand side as kind of like my hospital area, as it were.
Yeah, I tell you what, a lot of people probably missed that walkthrough when we did that video together. Can you tell them about the water change situation, man? I think that'll be pretty
cool. So the water change is my favorite thing. So up top here, I'm about 6'1". That's about maybe 7.5 feet up. That's a 50-gallon tank right there, which runs into my pumped into my RO. And so I do a water change about once a month, and this is plumbed right in. You see that pipe goes down, and it's just gravity fed. So when I want to do
did it cut
I can
out?
up into that.
Okay.
I can tap right into that and go right into my floor drain, which is behind all these buckets here. And then I just can release the water into the sump, and I'm done. I mean, it takes, 20 minutes. It takes longer for the water to go down the sewer than it does, than anything else.
To fill the tank. That's
So
awesome. I
got
think
my
the phone
dosing
cut out.
pump.
It may have cut
I
out.
do dose
You did.
two-part. So I've got my calcium, alkalinity mag, and then I also dose Aqua Power once a day as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, someone
So
was asking how you like the
if anybody's
Bionic
got any
supplements.
questions,
Yeah, someone asked how does he
let me
like
know.
the Bionic supplements. Can you hear me? Did you hear me? Did you hear me? I think the signal.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What? Yeah,
someone
what'd you say?
someone asked about how you like the Bionic supplements.
Yeah, I've been using it for 2 or 3 years now, and I have no issues. My ultimate goal at some point, as CJ knows, is to do a calcium reactor at some point. But right now, the Bionic works well. I buy it in the big 5-gallon, jugs because I do use a good amount of it because the tank is so big. But yeah, I mean, my stuff's growing, and I've been very happy with it. But if you're going to do a lot of SPS, which is the route that I'm heading towards, probably going to be a calcium reactor in my future in the next year or so.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Someone said, how long does a 2-part last you? How long does that last you? Those jugs.
Well, like I said, I buy the big 5-gallon jug, and I probably go through that. I don't know, 5 gallons every 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
So not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah,
I'm dosing probably 100 mils a day of the ALK. I believe that's about correct. So you can do the math. I'm not sure how many mils come in that
right
5-gallon jug.
Yep.
As far as lighting goes, I do run a lot of light. I'm running 3 of the 52 HDs, 2 of the 360 WEs, and then I'm also running 4 T5 bulbs as a supplement. I only run the T5s about 4 to 5 hours a day, but I do run the 52 HDs and the Kessels pretty much at 100% all day, the whole time. That's about it on the lighting. And as you know, I just upgraded that not too long ago.
Yeah, it looks good too. It's my first time actually getting a good look at it. It looks real clean, man. I love it, man. I tell you what, whew, this man. I don't have too much reefing for one day. I'm like on reef overload right now. Man.
You know what? We're all stuck. But we need some more small home board.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I know
it's
a good thing because we've had consistently 130 to 150 people watching the entire time, which is awesome. So
yeah,
I guess you got any last things you want to say before I'm gonna have my last person on, and then I'm getting ready to go eat some dinner because I'm hungry.
Nope. I just appreciate you having me on, and I always enjoyed the CJ's Aquarium channel. So keep up the good work, buddy.
Yes, sir. Make sure you come back too, man. Make sure you come back.
I will.
All right. Later. All right, everyone. So, our last guest. I don't know where Chris Fishman went at. I'm giving him a couple seconds to see if he can get back in here. But this is the JBJ. For those wondering, if you've never seen it, this is my tank. So JBJ's doing okay. Lights are getting ready to go down for the day. SPS are still doing good. The clam is actually not doing too good, and my green wrasse has been getting bullied to death. So we got a few things that's going on in the JBJ, but overall, I can't really complain. I'm just looking forward to getting more corals added. So I think Chris's fish room may have died. His phone may have died out. So I'm not sure. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap up the first episode of the Reef Shack. Let me turn my camera on, let you guys see how crazy I look right now. This is me. I'm here. There we go. Y'all see me? I'm in the living room. I'm chilling. This is me on the camera. This is what a guy looks like on quarantine, man. I'm sitting in my custom workstation, because I'm working from home, dealing with this coronavirus and all of that. And this is the point of the Reef Shack, man. This is why I wanted to bring it back, because we are home and we ain't got nothing to do. And a lot of us got tanks that we ain't got nobody to talk about it with. We can't go to the LFSs. You know, we can't do any of that stuff. So the Reef Shack is back. We're going to do this on a consistent schedule, which is something I've never done before. And I think scheduling this helps people work it out, and hopefully allows you to be able to be on the stream. So we're going to do this every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So every Sunday, 8 p.m., get your dinner in front of the TV, or if you got your tank ready, hop on. You don't need an app. You don't need anything. You just click the link, sign in, and then anyone can join. So Chris Fish Room, not sure what happened either, but I'll get you on the next one. Don't worry, man. I know you got some stuff to show too. So let me see. Don't know what happened. Chris Fish Room. All you can do is click the link. I'm not sure what else could have stopped you. That part I don't know. But we're getting ready to do it. So Chris, hey, holler at me on Instagram. We'll chat about it, try to figure out why I didn't let you on. But me, confession, I made a nice pot of chili right before the shack started, and I've been thinking about that chili the whole time. So it's time for me to call it a night. 136 people. Thank you all for all the love, all the likes, all the super chats, all the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode of the Reef Shack. We hit over 100 likes, 141 likes. So we're going to leave this up for replay for you guys to enjoy. So if you joined late, I think we had about 10 tanks, maybe 10 tanks. Maybe I'm over guessing, I don't know. But it felt like a lot of different tanks that were on here. So it's a little bit of everything. So make sure you go back from the beginning and watch the replay tomorrow or lunch break or during the week. So other than that, hey, it's been all good. I appreciate you all. You guys keep doing what y'all do. Y'all be easy and happy reefing. Peace.